For those who say Christians need to mind their own business, first of all, Christians don't get in people's business. Not the ones that I know. You may know something I don't know, but I know what you mean by that. What you mean by that is we shouldn't speak up for God. We shouldn't say what's right and what's wrong according to God's word. But we don't listen to you. We listen to God. You see, if Christians or anybody in the past who followed God had minded their own business, everybody probably would have been lost. If Moses had minded his own business, the children of Israel would have still been in Egyptian bondage. But he didn't mind his own business. He minded God's business. And he went in and did exactly what God told him to do. If the prophets had minded their own business, then many of the children of Israel who did not go astray probably would have went astray if the prophets had minded their own business. But they didn't. And there was a remnant that remained, a small portion of the people that remained faithful to God because they had guidance. If Jesus had minded his own business, he wouldn't have been killed. But he didn't mind his own business because the souls of the people that he was trying to reach was far more important to him than criticism that came from people that said mind their own business. If the apostles had minded their own business, they wouldn't be dead. They wouldn't have gotten killed the way they got killed. I put it that way. But they didn't mind their own business. They minded God's business because they knew it was God's business for them to carry the gospel to a world that needed the gospel. And it's the same thing today. We have a business that we need to mind. And it's not ours. It's God's business. And God told Christians in Matthew 28:19, go make disciples of all nations, teach all nations. And part of teaching all nations and making disciples of all nations is not just talking about love, grace, and mercy, but it's also talking about sin, God's wrath, and how to get out of sin. We've got to point those things out. We not only got to talk about God's love, but we've got to talk about God's wrath. Our business is to mind God's business, and God's business is to help people who are living wrong live right. I remember what Jesus said in Luke chapter 2, when his parents came back to find him in the temple. Jesus says, what need do you have with me? I be about my Father's business. So Christians, I want to encourage you to do this. You don't have to get in anybody's business. Just mind God's business. And when you mind God's business for your life is to reach lost souls and teach them the gospel. And the gospel includes talking about what's right and talking about what's wrong. Don't keep your mouth closed because people tell you to mind your own business. You tell them the souls of people out of love is my business. God bless.